Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche throwback series here in NHL 19. So in last episode we were in the conference finals. Unfortunately, we lost to a dynamite team in the Detroit Red Wings who swept us in 4 games. They would go on to face the Toronto Maple Leafs and take home their 3rd straight Stanley Cup. So that is the champion for year number 1. Anyways, we're up here in the off season, looking to kind of maybe find some key pieces for future teams, like some good prospects, because we don't really have any, because I got rid of all the prospects on most of the teams. So we're looking to get some good guys into our system to help for maybe future cups and whatnot. So one thing that's kind of cool is in the off season, it says you could customize jerseys. Since this is a franchise mode with all created teams, in the off season you could just customize the jerseys. So if we want to, going into say year number 4 or something, we could bring up these new, or not new Colorado jerseys, but these Colorado jerseys that they wore in '04, which are the ones with the Colorado just thing Santa Cross. I really like those jerseys, so maybe we could bring those in. Anyways, like I was saying, we're in the off season. Let me show you guys the draft class again and my plans for this off season before we get into it. So since we probably have pick number 28 or 29, there's also this Tanga guy that's supposed to go in the 2nd round, which would be kind of cool considering he's could be an Alex Tanga, but we're not going to be able to get him because he's too early in the 2nd round. But I am gonna go for sure, I think, with this Ralph Culp guy at our spot, even though that's a bit ahead of time. It's just because I like low elites better than top 6 forwards. So I think he's the best pick for us. So that's who I'm going to draft at first. So, yeah, and then also, I think during this offseason, we're going to let go a couple of players, like probably Valery Kamensky, just because he's older, and a couple other guys. Okay, so Chicago's got 1st overall, Vancouver 2nd. So it looks like Sedin's going to go to Chicago, then Vancouver's probably going to take Zetterberg, and then Germany's going to get the other Sedin because of the way it's structured. So it's kind of suck that one of the Sedins probably doesn't go to Vancouver, but whatever. So let's see these picks. So Daniel Sedin, like I was saying, going to the Chicago Blackhawks, 80 overall, medium elite. And okay, so Vancouver actually does go with Henrik Sedin, so that's actually cool. So Vancouver finished low enough, and they take Henrik Sedin, so at least the Canucks have an actual Sedin in their team, so that's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting Chicago to go with Daniel Sedin 1st overall, so Germany's going to get with Zetterberg then. Yep. Henrik Zetterberg to Germany, and then let's see the other 2 picks. Rohan Sutter, 77 overall, medium elite 2-way defender. That's pretty nice for Tampa Bay. Pretty good player looking like. He doesn't have the best offensive awareness, so he must be more defensively minded, but still pretty good pickup for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Nashville's going to get Peyton Krebs. Okay. So let's into our pick and see what we get here. 28th. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Ralph Culp. It's funny because I searched this Ralph Culp guy for some reason on Google just to make sure he wasn't a real player. And it turns out there's this company that's called Ralph Culp and Associates, and it's for debt managing or something. So this guy could be I don't know, we could call him the loan shark or something, and he comes after you if you don't pay your debts and whatnot. I don't know. So Ralph Culp, welcome aboard. Hopefully he's good overall. 64 overall. That's not too bad. That's better than Lavoie. Yeah, that's not actually that bad. 64 overall, 2-way forward, low elite. Let's take a look at his overall stats. So right now his offensive awareness and defensive awareness isn't the greatest. This guy might be okay. He's got solid stats all around. His worst category is his face-offs. So yeah, that guy's pretty good. I'll take that. Why not? Let's see who goes after her. Yeah, see, he's better overall-wise than Arthur Kaliev, so I think we made a good choice there. Okay, let's into the 2nd round. I don't even know if there's any good prospects in these other rounds. We might just auto some soon. Oh yeah, this goalie. Yeah, I was debating bringing this goalie because we had a Dmitry Vishnevsky in Ottawa. If you guys remember, if you watched that series, He was a defenseman though. This one is a medium starter goaltender, and we do definitely need a goaltending prospect. And this guy was actually pretty good in rushes. You could see 3 and 2, a 947 save percentage, and a 1.67 goals against average. So yeah, we're gonna bring in this guy because we need a goalie prospect. So welcome aboard, Vishnevsky. 47 overall though. Yeah, I don't really like that. Yeah, we're just gonna. I think we're gonna auto sim the rest. I'm gonna take a look just to make sure, but I think we're gonna auto sim the rest. 2 low leads just went. Ruin Tool and McCardle. Interesting. So yeah, there's not anything really interesting left in this draft, it looks like. So we're gonna auto sim the rest of this, but we're gonna go through round by round to see what we got, like with the round by round thing, because I'm keeping track of everybody that gets drafted as well. So I kind of want to see how that plays out. Okay, so draft is now complete. So let's go to by round. So first round, let's go to that. So there is the first round in general. So our created guys that we made. So Bear Jackman went to the Buffalo Sabres. Who else do we got here? Nobody else from the created guys. Oh wait, actually Patrick Stefan also goes to Germany. So Zetterberg and Stefan are gonna get to play together in Germany, which is cool. Let's see, what about the other guys? That Tanga guy ended up going to Montreal, so we gotta look out for him maybe down the road. Let's see. Where is Ryan Miller and Craig Anderson? Ryan Miller went to the Philadelphia Flyers. Okay, that's cool. Makes kind of sense, I guess, because they do need a younger goaltender. Wait, did Craig Anderson go before him? Yeah, he did actually. Nashville. Okay, I can see that. Let's just check the other rounds. Just go over like this. There's a Mason Primo went to the Flyers. That's actually kind of cool because if Keith Primo eventually goes there, because currently he's on the Canes, then they would be playing with each other. Maybe. Well, actually, Mason Primo probably won't ever grow good enough to make the NHL, but who knows. So there you go. Those are the picks around the entire league. So now we got to get into the re-sign stage. So there is definitely guys I'm going to re-sign, and then I think for sure Kamensky goes because, like, he's all right. It's just I don't really want to, yeah, I don't know. So scout-wise, we have to bring back our WHL scout, OHL scout, and USA West scout. So let's get those guys back on some contracts because I'm not going to just sign random other scouts. Most of these guys are pretty good. OHL, we could actually maybe find a better OHL scout, but I probably won't remember to get one, so let's just keep the same scout. And it was USA West. This guy's good. Jonah Dowd. I was hoping that would be Jim Dowd because Jim Dowd was an actual NHL player. So, okay, so there you go. Resign phase. Let's save this quickly because we don't want to lose that draft. Because that was a pretty good draft, I think. Ralph Culp's probably going to be a good prospect. Like a two-way forward, lowly, that guy should be a pretty good penalty killer, I would assume. Like maybe in like a couple seasons. Okay, so let's go to contracts. And let's go to... yeah, let's go to see what we got. So... oh yeah, Theo Fleury I want to bring back for sure. Ozelinch I want to bring back for sure. Deadmarsh for sure. Hayduk for sure, even though he says no. Kamensky I think I could maybe Lefebvre, or maybe not Lefebvre. Maybe John Clem I could let go of. There's definitely some guys I could let go of. Let's go to the RFAs first because we got Chris Drury to sign. Obviously there's no salary cap though, so yeah, I can give you 3 years easily. 3 years at 3.65. Oh, that should be good enough. Then we're gonna definitely sign all of our AHL RFA guys, because or else we're not gonna have any good players in the system. Why is Kosmachuk on a 1-way contract? Wow, it must be the way the league is structured. It's weird. Okay, Boykov, Geertsen, just so he has some stuff in the system. And this Julius Nantel guy, we might be actually able to sign Ralph Culp already if we want to. I don't know if we want to bring Ralph Culp into the AHL yet. He might be, I guess he's eligible. These other guys we got, okay, so we got a medium backup goaltender prospect as well, which is not bad. Jordan Whitfield. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna give Ralph Culp a contract already, even though he's 17. We might as well get this guy in the system already, because he should be able to start growing soon. And then the rest of these guys, I think I'm gonna leave for now. RFAs, we got all those guys. Let's see, the UFAs, like I said, Theo Fleury, I want to get back, not for too long. Yeah, definitely not 7 years, Theo. I could get you back for, yeah, I'll get you back for 1 year. Yeah, 1 year contract. I don't know how much players want in this, so 1 year at 7.4. Avalanche I could get back for multiple years, maybe. Let's do a 3-year contract. Yeah, let's do 3 years for Avalanche. Let's also give him 7 million. See, that's the nice thing about not having any cap like management stuff, because now I could really re-sign pretty much everybody if I want to. And Deadmarsh. Yeah, Deadmarsh might eventually take over second line role, so we'll give him that, exactly what he wants. Hayduke I want as well, so we're gonna get him. Yeah, I could give you 4 years, Hayduke, and I'll give you $6 million. If I had cap on, this would be a really tough situation with salary caps, so I think it's good that I made that decision. Levabe, I'm not signing you for 5 years. I'll give you 1 year at 4.6. And then I want to bring back Aaron Miller because he's kind of young still. I want to bring back most of these guys because most of these guys are pretty decent. I want to make a couple free agent signings. I'm not sure who's going to be in free agency. Sean Donovan, he's kind of an interesting one. I think Dale Hunter leaves for sure. Gusarov probably as well. And then he could get replaced actually by John Clem. So yeah, let's get John Clem back. 1 year at $3 million. Sean Donovan, he's young. I'm going to bring him back. 1 year at $2 million. And then Gusarov, Hunter, Kamensky. I want to get Watt back. Wow, Watt does not want much at all. Interesting. I'll just give you what you want then. Stefan Yell, I want to get back. It's kind of unrealistic that I'm signing most of these guys back, but whatever. 2.7. Greg DeVries, I guess I could get you back as well. 1 year only though, because I want to be able to sign some free agent guys. We might have to trade away some guys if we have too much roster players, so that's always an option. These other guys for the AHL, Agazino wants a 1-way contract. Yeah, I think it's just because the way the league's structured, these guys think they could play in the NHL, which they can technically. So let's get those guys back for the AHL team. What about, oh yeah, Craig Billington as well, I think we might let go of and see if we can find a better backup. There might be not another better backup, so Kanata and Frank Hughes, we're going to release you guys. Actually, let's sign Frank Hughes back, why not? Because we don't have any other goalies down there. So, yeah, let's advance today to see if we got all those guys back. Hopefully we did. Hopefully these guys aren't too picky. So, Watt rejected. Yeah, we could definitely give Watt a bit more money than what he wanted, because he only wanted like $1 million. There's a couple other rejections from guys that are in the AHL system, which usually happens. So let's see. Yeah, Kamensky is going. We could find a replacement for him. Gusarov is also going to go. Dale Hunter is going to go. Mike Watt is going to stay because we're going to get him back for, let's do 1 year at $2 million or 2.1. Because he was a pretty solid player. And then it was Agzino and Warsofsky that rejected for the AHL. Let's just release those guys, why not? We're gonna have to find some more AHL players, but that's okay. Culp is gonna replace one of those guys. And then, like I said, Billington for now is gonna get released because he's probably gonna drop off. So that should be it. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully we could find some good pieces in free agency. Let's just see. There you go. We got Mike Watt. That's good. So let's sim to free agency now. See who's available. Hopefully there's some good players. Hopefully it's kind of realistic as well. So those guys are gone. HL scouts, we don't really need them anyways. Okay, so let's save this again. There you go. Overwrite current file. Okay, so Jeff Riesen's apparently a free agent. That would be actually a good left wing piece to replace Kamensky with. Let's see. So we could actually check the trading block as well. So actually, oh, there you go. I don't know why I wasn't saying sign free agents over there, or at least that I didn't see. So there's John McClain, but he's 34. Brian Rolston, Jeff Riesen. Yeah, Jeff Riesen's definitely a good guy we could pick up, but he's like a first liner, so it's unrealistic in a sense. But I don't even know what we want to go after. What do we have currently on our roster? Let's see. I can't even check our lines, obviously. Let's just go pros trade and see what we have currently and what we need. So center wise, we got, well, Forsberg's playing left wing, so we got 1, 2, 3. So we could technically use a second line center. And then we could use 2 top 6 left wingers. Or actually, one more left winger. Yeah, one more left winger. One more center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a backup goalie. Okay, so let's see if we can find a backup goalie to replace Billington. Technically, we could sign a starter, but I don't know if I want to do that because it's kind of unrealistic. So, goalies. Garsno's a starter. Billington's the best backup, but he's older. Same with some of these other guys, though. You know, we could bring in Tallis. Tallis is younger. So, Tallis, we're going to view 1 year at 2.650. And then we need, like I said, a second line center. Steve Sullivan, 24 years of age, or we go with Brian Rolston. I think Steve Sullivan I want to go with, because he's younger. I'm not going to give him that many years, though. Well, I could give him multiple years and then trade him. I'll give him 2 years for now. At $6 million. I don't know if he wants to sign with us, though. He might, because we're a cup contender. And then what I was saying is a left winger. I think it was like a second line left winger or third line left wing. Billy Pelton, you know what? That's a good signing too. Solid defensive player. We're gonna sign only guys to 1 year contracts until we get to the until our roster's kind of filled out. And then we need, I think that was it, maybe a depth defenseman. I don't know if I made any depth defenders. Oh, there's some depth D's. So Adam Burt, no thank you. Brian Muir. Yeah, let's bring in Brian Muir. I think he actually played for the Avalanche for a short bit, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give him 1 year at 1.7. There you go. And yeah, I think that's all we're gonna make for signings. Hopefully this team is pretty good. So let's sim to next season. Let's make sure we get those guys first. Hopefully we do. Yep, we got Tallis, Muir, Peltonen, and we got Steve Sullivan. Nice. So that's some pretty good signings. Hopefully that helps us out in terms of production wise. So let's sim to next season and see what our lines look like. Okay guys, so our lines are a bit weak to an extent. Like, we got a really good top line, obviously, with Sakic, who's up to a 92, Forsberg a 91, and Fleury an 88. Our second line, Dedmarsh, Sullivan, and Hayduk. Third line looks pretty strong as well, Peltonen, Drury, and Lemieux. But then again, our fourth line, I feel like we could pick up a better fourth liner, maybe, unless Watt grows and Donovan grows, because they're both still young. Same with DL, I guess. Defensively, we look pretty much the same as last year. Ozelinch and Foot, both 87s. Lefebvre and Miller 83 and 82, and then DeVries and Clem as 80 and 81. Goaltending wise, Patrick Roy in 94 and Robbie Tallis in 82. And then our depth guys are Muir and Podine. Like, we could technically pick up another piece to this team to make that center core even better. But I think it makes sense because we got most of the guys in their roles, except for Drury, technically could be on the second line. So we didn't really need to go after Sullivan. We could have picked up like a third line center instead. But whatever. It's only for, I think, 1 year. No, 2 years I got him for. Well, maybe Deadmarsh isn't part of our future. I don't know. Because in real life, he kind of retired young. So, and then in the system, Ralph Culp is going to be playing on the third line down here with Nantel and Skokan. And I think that's our only good prospect down there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Hopefully, Culp has a good season down there. Like, he's more of a defensively minded player, like I was showing you. But, like, in Liga, he had 4 points in 39 games. Hopefully, he can produce at the HL level already. So, yeah, there you go. That is that. Now, let's save this, and then I'm going to show you guys the trading block, even though we don't need to necessarily make any trades. If you guys think there's any trades we should make, let me know. We're also going to, on the trading block, take a look at like what teams are listed as, if they're listed as champions. Let's actually just go to propose trade because it'll be easier. So let's go propose trade so we can see team statuses and whatnot. Okay, so Anaheim is now listed as hopeful. They have Ruchin, McInnes, and Sandstrom on the block. Boston is listed as a contender. They have a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and Lacau up there. Buffalo is still listed as a contender. They have their first, second, and third on there. Calgary's got Steve Smith, Andrew Castles, and Tommy Elbling on there, and they're listed as hopeful. Carolina has Kovalenko, Robert Cron, and a first up there, and they're listed as hopeful. Chicago has Sean Burke on the block. I guess they signed Sean Burke and they want to flip him right away or something. And a first and a second, unless they made a trade in the offseason. The Czech Republic has Jason Megna or Jaden Megna, one of the two, and a second and a third. Rebuilder still. Dallas still listed as a champion, has Turk and Purcell, who I think they drafted, and a first on the block. Detroit has a first, Volino, and a second on the block, still listed as a champion. Edmonton has Merzlikins, a first and a second on the block. Finland has Yves Racine, Jamie McCown, and JJ Dandino, so I guess they picked up McCowan and Dandino. Florida has Mellenby, Svala, and Lindsay on the block. They're listed as a rebuilder. Germany has just picks on the block and listed as a rebuilder. LA has Galley, Ferraro, and Audette on the block. Montreal has Malikov, Brisebois, and Ulanov. Nashville some picks. Nashville still listed as a rebuilder. New Jersey still listed as a champion. New York Islanders still listed as hopeful. They got David Harlock on the block. Travis Green is in New York now, I guess. They're listed as hopeful still. Damian Rhodes on the block for the Sens, who are listed as a champion, which is kind of weird. Philadelphia has Ryan Miller, who they just drafted on the block, and a first and a second. Phoenix has Samuel Poulin, a first and a second on the block. Pittsburgh has Otwell, MacArthur, and a first on the block. San Jose has Kilvoma. Yeah, they must have a lot of prospects on the block at the moment, it looks like. I don't think there's anybody that really changed in team status. Paul Laus is in Vancouver now. Interesting. Stu Grimson as well. Jeff Courtnall. I think he must have went back there. Yeah, I think Jeff Courtnall went back there because I think he was with LA or St. Louis. And yeah, that's what's on the block. Let's quickly take a look at the draft class. I know this episode's running long. And see what is in this year's draft. Okay, so there is a guy named Frank Walzer. We don't know anything about him yet. Ross Hewson, Taylor Klibertans, Ali Oshie, wow, and M. Koivula. These guys are all supposed to go before Lafreniere, and we know Lafreniere is a medium elite because this is before his high elite stuff. So these guys must be all better than what Lafreniere is out of the draft. So that might be a franchise guy. This could be a medium elite guy. Same with these other two. Damn. this should be interesting when we find out what those guys actually are. Do we have any offensive defensemen? We don't know if they're offensive yet, but there is some defensemen, I think. Asplund, because I think we're needing an offensive defenseman for the future. I believe that's what we need, but I don't know where we're going to be drafting. Even it could be a late round pick again. So anyways, that is what is available in the draft and all that sort of stuff. So let me know what you guys think for year number 2. What do we need to do? Do we need to pick up any new pieces to this team? Because we're pretty strong all around. I think we have a chance to make a run for the cup again this year. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.